Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach His truth. For the four corners of the globe, it's going to allow us freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. Lord, will this be an edifying lesson? All right, going into how this place is spiritually Nineveh. All right, America is spiritually Nineveh, and this place will fall just like Nineveh fell. All right, but 10 times worse. Okay, America is going to fall to the point where it's no longer going to be inhabitable ever again. All right, as the scriptures prophesied, there's going to be a lake of fire, right? And we're going to get into that. But Nineveh was an ancient city, right? That was highly favored, and it was known for its wickedness, idolatry. It was known for its sorcery and witchcraft. It was also known for its wicked acts, in which that's why the Lord sent Jonah the first time to prophesy against Nineveh, right? In which the Lord had mercy because the people repented, all right? But this time, you got spiritual Nineveh, America, which the Lord is not going to spare this land. Why? Because nobody's repenting except for the elect, right? In which the Lord is only going to spare the elect out of this land, spiritual Nineveh, America, right? Because those are the only ones that's coming to repentance, right? Those are the only ones who's taking heed to that sign that the Lord said, that sign that He said it's Jonas the prophet, right? The people seek after a sign, but He shall send no sign except for Jonas the prophet, roughly paraphrasing. Right, so those who take heed to, this doctrine of truth, those are going to be the ones who get delivered out of this destruction. All right, but first and foremost, let me grab this scripture real quick. This is Genesis chapter 10. Genesis chapter 10, verse 10. It says, in the beginning of His kingdom, well, I'll start at verse 9. Genesis 10 and 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. In the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, right? Meaning what? Confusion, which you get Babylon, which today, even America also is spiritual Babylon. This place is known as Babylon, right? It says in Erect, in Akkad, in Canaan, in the land of Shinar, right, which was in Babylon, which these are land masses in Babylon, which eventually down the line we were held captive in. Verse 11, it says, out of that land went forth Ashur and builded Nineveh, right, where you get Assyria, all right, which the land of Nineveh is the capital of Assyria. It says, in the city Rehoboth and Calah. Verse 12, in Rezin, between Nineveh and Calah, the same is a great city, right? Which Nineveh was a great city, being the capital of Assyria, in which during this time, right, we read about Nimrod, him being that great ruler at that time. That's we get the Tower of Babel, right, which was the pushing of that new world order system being established in the beginning, man. And now you see it, the end result of it, right? So with that being said, just like how the Lord took down the Tower of Babel, the Lord's going to take down America, man. But the only difference is this place is not going to be rebuilt. This place is no longer going to be inhabitable. All right. So let me grab this real quick. This is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 13. It says, Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 13, and he will stretch out his hand against the north and against Assyria, and will make Nineveh a desolation and dry like a wilderness. See, and that's the Lord speaking about this place, America, right? In which he's going to do that through those ICMB missiles, World War One. It's like World War III, right? Which these other nations are going to shoot missiles at each other and destroy each other's lands. And the people that are inhabited in that land will be destroyed as well. Okay? So that's the Lord stretching out his hand against the north and destroying Assyria, right? Which this place is modern day Assyria, according to Isaiah the 19th chapter. This place is modern day Egypt. It takes on all the customs, all the witchcrafts, all of the sorceries of those ancient lands and ancient practices. Well, really those ancient customs and nations, those heathen nations. Esau take all of the practices and customs of these other heathen nations and basically mix it all together. But it says, and will make Nineveh a desolation and a dry like a wilderness. Verse 14, and flocks shall lie down in the midst of her, all the beasts of the nations, both the cormorant and the bittern shall launch in the upper lentiles of it. Meaning this place was going to be dry, a wilderness, a desolation, to the point where nothing would inhabit the land except for doleful creatures, as the scriptures say. In Isaiah, I'm going to grab that too. Isaiah, the 13th chapter. So that's how you know this is talking about what's about to happen in the near future, World War III to America. Right? It's not speaking about ancient Nineveh, which ancient Nineveh did fall, and that city was burnt and besieged and sacked. But it wasn't destroyed to the point where doleful creatures was inhabiting the land. This is Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, right, which America is held at a pedestal as a beautiful country. You see all these so-called immigrants and migrants is coming in here, right, and raising all type of hell, doing all type of, which all of that is control opposition, But it says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And when the Lord overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, he did it with fire, all right, which was a crucial and a well-known famous destruction, all right, which America will be the last and the greatest destruction on earth. It says, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. So that's linking up that precept to what we just read in Nahum, proving that this is spiritual Nineveh, and it's a spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah and spiritual Babylon. All right, it says, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, meaning ain't gonna be no more buying and selling here, getting rich off this place like the nations do now, as it speaks about in Revelation, the 18th chapter. It says, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right, and that's the point. That is going to be a desolation, okay? A desert, a lake of fire, where no life is going to ever come back of that land, right? Esau's not going to rebuild. He's going to be in captivity for 1,000 years, and then after that prophecy in Obadiah. Obadiah 1 and 17, 1 and 18. So let me continue on. Let me go back in Nahum, the 3rd chapter. All right. This is Nahum chapter 3, Salakia. No, I was in Zephaniah, Salakia. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 14. I'll bring 13 back. Zephaniah 2 and 13. And he will stretch out his hand against the north and destroy Assyria, and will make Nineveh a desolation and dry like a wilderness. And flocks shall lie down in the midst of her, all the beasts of the nations, both the cormorant and the bittern shall lodge in the upper lintels of it. Their voice shall sing in the windows. Desolation shall be in the thresholds. Right? Meaning desolation mean utter destruction. Okay? It says, for he shall uncover the cedar work. And there's going to be nothing to dwell there ever again, man. Now I'm going to jump. Now I'm going to go back to Isaiah 13. Isaiah chapter 13. Okay, read through there. I'm going to continue verse 21. It says, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of... Oh, yeah, I read that. I'm going to read the last verse, verse 22. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. That's the point, right? This place has a set date, an end date. This place has a death date, okay, in which the day is not going to be prolonged past that day, which the Lord is going to issue. Yahweh shall come back, right? World War III, the nation's going to turn on this place, turn on Esau. You got the BRICS nations, right? You got Russia. So with that being said, the powers are going to turn against Esau. And then the Lord is going to do what? Destroy the land and his nation of people and his rulership and the rest of the nations as well that have joined hand in hand with this devil. The scriptures talk about how they think how their houses shall continue. The Lord has a different plan according to prophecy, according to the scriptures. It says how it shall not be prolonged. All right, now I'm going to Nahum, the 3rd chapter. Start at verse 7. All right, Nahum chapter 3, verse 7. It says, and it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? And that's going to happen in Babylon, man. All right, once this place gets destroyed, once this place actually crumbles down economically, the infrastructure of this place physically, the chaos that's going to be happening all throughout the different states of America, right? The different things that the Lord going to be doing. Everybody going to flee and turn their back on this place, man. Everybody going to seek to go back to their own houses, seek to go back to their own country, and basically abandon this place. Grab a precept real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Right? And that's what these other nations is going to do to this place. Those other missiles, that's what they're going to do to this place. It's going to eradicate this place. Right? And nobody's going to come to America's rescue. Everybody's going to desert her. Right? Nobody's going to come to mourn for her and weep for her. The scriptures say in Revelation 18th chapter, how they shall how the nation shall bewail, how they shall weep afar off, seeing her destruction, seeing her smoke, right? Why? Because nobody's going to be able to make money off this place anymore and live deliciously. But nobody's going to take what? Nobody's going to take healing. Nobody's going to bring this place back up, build it back up, right? Repair and basically take wound, like in the Roman Empire, when the beast, the head was wounded, it was restored and it was healed. No, that's not gonna happen this time, man. Right? That's why Jeremiah, this is the Lord mocking. This is the Lord mocking Esau. Verse 9, it says, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go every one unto his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies." And once these other nations, right, see the judgment of this place and see how the Lord is actually, eradicating this place, they're going to understand why. Because how Esau, Edom dealt treacherously with the other nations, man. And above all, what he's trying to do, Xing out the Most High, Xing out the Lord's people, Xing out righteousness. So everybody's going to flee, man, because ain't nobody going to want to take part in the judgment of Babylon and Esau. But the scriptures say how these other nations going to take part in their judgment too, because they join hand in hand with this devil. Once again, according to Revelations 18. Going back in Nahum, the 3rd chapter. And I'm going to jump down to verse 15. Nahum chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "There shall the fire devour thee, the sword shall cut thee off. It shall eat thee up like the cankerworm," right? And what's that fire? What's that sword that's going to cut off America, that's going to cause it to decay? It's going to be the missiles, man. Them thermonuclear missiles. That's what that sword is going to do. It's going to devour, all right, the land. And it's going to, basically, the land's going to decay. That's why it says, "It shall eat thee like the cankerworm." It says, "Make thyself many as the cankerworm, make thyself many as the locust. Thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. The cankerworm spoileth and flieth away." And let me grab a quick precept real quick. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. It says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming," which is what? That destruction. Okay. "It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up their thrones, all the kings of the nations." Right? Which all these other heathen nations, all the other superpower nations are going to do what? They're going to gather together, which that's what the Lord doing now. He gathering the nation together to shoot missiles upon this place, man. Eradicate this place. All right, for the wickedness that it has spread it across the whole world. And then the Lord is going to also judge those nations. Because America going to be shooting nations on these other countries. Shooting missiles on these other countries as well. Russia, right? Not just Russia, North Korea, China, and etc. It says, verse 10, "All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave," right? The pride of this devil is going to be brought down to the grave, man, through judgment. "And the noise of the vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee," right? Which is going to be the decay of this place, right? Which that's what the missiles are going to do. It's going to cause this place to decay, never to be inhabited ever again, as we just read in Isaiah 13. Now to close out, I'm gonna go back in Nahum the 13th. Nahum the 3rd chapter. All right, and I'm going to jump down to verse 19 just to close out. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 19. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap the hands over thee. Right? Everybody that's going to hear the downfall and destruction of this place is going to rejoice. Right? It says, for upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually, right? Because this place has, Esau, Edom has dealt treacherously with every nation. He did every nation dirty. Every nation, every heathen, even especially us, has a beef with this devil, right? Righteously so, because he has done treacherously and dealt treacherously with every nation of people. That's why it says, whom have his wickedness not passed over continually. He's done wickedness into even his own people, man. So guess what? It's going to be rejoicing when the downfall of this place is announced, right? It's broadcasted. Let me see. Let me grab this real quick. This is Job. Bear with me, Baba Kashaw. This is Job chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right? And this is speaking about Esau, Edom. Right? In the fullness of his sufficiency, in the height of his success. Right? When the MOTB is mandatory, he got this NWO going. Everything seems to be going smooth. Everything is in his control. He has complete world dominance. Right? And he has reached the pinnacle of wickedness. The Lord is going to do what? Put him in straits. Put him in levels of difficulty. Right? Which Esau, he already in straits. That's why he's going to come down with great wrath. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And when you go into that word wicked, it's going to, the word there is laborers. The word wicked goes into laborers in that verse. And who's the laborers for Esau, man? All of the nations, but who the number one laborer? Jake, right? That's who the number one captive, that's the saints being worn out. So with that being said, the number ones who gonna be the number one hand who gonna be coming for Esau is Jake, man. The Lord is gonna raise up his elect for us to conquer over this devil, man. Right? Lord gonna give us spiritual power, Lord willing we are that number, and give us new bodies, and we're gonna pull them devils out them caves and put them in shackles. But before that, these other nations is gonna put him in straits, which that's already happening, but it's gonna happen to the point where destruction till Yahweh shall come back, man. All right. So with that being said, no, I'm gonna actually close out with this. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet, which once again this place is modern day Babylon. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken. Baal, it says Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. And right, the Lord is going to cast down all these strongholds, that's been placed on our people from Babylon, from, these different ancient captivities we went through, even this captivity. The Lord's breaking these strongholds and exposing them. That's the Lord exposing this devil, revealing that man of perdition. This devil being exposed is breaking down strongholds. Down from the Nickelodeon shit, down from the music entertainment industry, Diddy shit, down from the Epstein Island, which that's minor shit, down from the GMOs, chemtrails. Everybody know about this now, right? down from the different witchcrafts and spells of the Illuminati and the different elites and stuff like that. Now you got truthers speaking. All this stuff is being revealed. It's breaking down strongholds because the truth is here. It says, verse 3, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. It says, right, and that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You know, the Lord's going to raise up America's #1 enemy, Russia, and put hooks in their jaws, and they're going to be in that spirit that they was, you know, back in that USSR spirit, man. That hardcore, rugged spirit. And they're going to do damage on this place, man. And make it desolate, that none shall dwell therein, as we read in Isaiah 13 in Nahum, or Zephaniah, rather, the second chapter. All right, verse 4, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their power. They shall ask the way of Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Right? And that's the elect returning back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. All the way up into us being sealed to that new covenant, us getting new bodies. So that's what all of this is going to lead up to, man. You know? That's why this place has to be destroyed. So with that being said, Lord, when this edifying lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kakwadash.